Well, I'm Audrey Mufokeng, famously known as Dre, the makeup artist. I have a nickname. Obviously, any person that grew up in the township must have a nickname, so I'm called Nunu. I'm a girl from Soweto, Meadowlands. I grew up there. Spent literally my half of my life in Meadowlands, and basically the rest of my family is there. Yeah, I'm a mom of a 15-year-old. I'm a freelance makeup artist, amongst other things that I do. Well, I've been a makeup artist since I was 16, which is pretty much over 20 years and counting. I guess the industry chose me, not the other way around, and I wasn't even aware that the artistry itself is what I got given. My first experience as a professional makeup artist was actually on my cousin's wedding, where professional makeup artist was there, and as 16 and naive as I was, we were worried that the bride is not happy and she's not part of the festivity, and she hated her makeup, and I suggested that I change it, and I did, and she was happy. So at age 16 I knew I was a makeup artist, but back in the day it was not the type of artistry and craft and profession you'd want to pursue. Nobody could dare go home and say, Mom and Dad, I've decided I'm a makeup artist. You had to have your solid academic background, and makeup was not a part of it back in the day. So full time I have been doing it just under 7 years. I spent a better part of my adult life in the corporate environment doing something completely different. I went from sugar industry to cellular to ISP, and I kept doing makeup on the side because it remained a passion, and it just kept, being a part of my life, and I just kept doing it. So, but full time as a 8 to 5 as my job, I've been focusing on makeup, at least in the night.
What is beauty, and how do we define it? How do we spot a beautiful woman? Is it through her physical appearance or personality? How does a woman gain confidence in a world of physical appearance competition? How can you fully be yourself in a world full of trends? What is beauty?
My name is Ntabisa Mkhoranyane. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Kuruman in Northern Cape. And I'm Miss South African National Pageant 2015-2016. Basically, I grew up in Kuruman. I love horses. I'm a Scorpio, so you must know that I'm a bit adventurous, and I love dairy myself, which is the reason why right now at this moment I am wearing this sash. Like I said, I'm a person who likes to dare herself. It all began with saying to myself, let me just try something new that I haven't done before. I always had this curiosity thing about what really goes on in pageants. You see these ladies walking up on the parade, looking all beautiful and all that. What is it about? I was more curious about it.
Dr. Satoshi Kanazwa has claimed that black women are less attractive than any other race. A lecturer at the London School of Economics has published findings based on a survey of white, Asian, black, and Native American men and women to rate each other's attractiveness based on photographs, and black women scored lowest.
As you grow mature and older, that different things become important, self-love being one of them. And as such, I don't need to exaggerate the exterior to prove a point or to scream for acceptance. And I find that the pressures that women, specifically women, put towards themselves are really unnecessary. I don't as a makeup artist. As a matter of fact, a lot of people that I worked with in this industry are quite surprised to see me with makeup, because some would even spend a year without even seeing me in makeup. So it's to me it's something that I don't have to heavily depend on. It's an accessory when it is necessary for me to have that an accessory, and then I wear my makeup and I'm happy. Makeup and external influences and the issue around vanity has been in existence since BC, I'd say. Well, besides the media part of things, but Trends are being set.
I think issue with self-confidence is something that it begins from childhood, because as a child, when you are from a very, at a young age, you don't really know much about yourself. You don't know much about standing up for yourself, and you take people's opinion very seriously. So if somebody walks up to you and says you're ugly, or you have this mark, you have this what, it doesn't make you look good, it ends up registering into your mind, and you grow up with that perception that just because I have this spot, just because I have this scars, then it means I'm not beautiful. I have to look in a certain way, I have to be glamorous, and so on. So I think self-confidence begins from a very young age as we grow up, and when we are older, we get to be in a certain level where you are with your peers, and you're always trying to look at the other person and comparing them to yourself, and you're like, oh, but I'm not beautiful as that other person, this and this is missing from me. But I believe that as you grow up, you mature, and you begin to accept yourself for who you are, with the uniqueness that you have in you, the self-confidence actually builds up.
We live in a world where makeup is seen as a face recreation by many. Some believe that if you have it on, you lack confidence, and some others believe it enhances beauty. And these two different opinions cause a lot of hate between African women. Makeup has been used from ancient years. It is still used by different African tribes. The Himba tribe, the Xhosa tribe, even Queen Cleopatra from Egypt did use makeup. Maybe this is just the reinvention of cosmetics that doesn't entirely break down a woman's confidence.
I don't think it's necessary for women to always be fighting each other, whether you have a heavy makeup on or just a little bit. I think that it's more of a confidence thing between women, self-esteem, that sometimes a woman would feel intimidated by the woman who's wearing heavy makeup, because a woman who has a heavy makeup and knows that she looks good is more confident, is more outspoken, and she's all about herself. And a woman, sometimes those that use light makeup, they feel less confident about themselves. They feel that they depend more on the opinion of others. So I don't think that it's necessary for women to have this fight whether you're having a heavy makeup or a little bit of a makeup. I just believe that it goes with personal preference, what you prefer and what makes you feel good about yourself.
People, it's not a disguising tool. Makeup is not a disguising tool. It's not. I say this with the greatest of enthusiastic. It's not a disguising tool. It is supposed to simply enhance your natural features. All of us are beautiful, believe it or not. We are beautiful. All of us have our unique features. Some perfect, some not perfect. And including the imperfections. You can work this thing around to work for you. So makeup, again, is not a disguising tool. It's simply supposed to enhance. It's an accessory that enhances the look, just to complete the look. Now, there's different reasons why we apply makeup, and I suppose it's another question altogether. But yes, it is an enhancer. It's not a disguising tool.
The one thing that I would encourage other women that actually feel that if they don't have makeup on, they don't look beautiful, or if they don't have makeup on, they just don't trust or believe in themselves. What I would encourage women out there is believe in yourself. Trust your uniqueness and your beauty, because that is what makes you different from the next person. And one way or the other, you are who you are, you can't change that. So love yourself more, and if you love yourself, the world will actually look at you different, because how people treat us is how we teach them to treat us. So just believe in yourself, be yourself, and rock your own uniqueness. Whoever does not accept it is their problem.